Take three. This is game three of week nine. The other takes are about 1 or 2 seconds each. I just have trouble getting started. Don't know what to say at the very beginning. Really, it's the beginnings and the endings. Everything in between, I don't mind. Anyway, this is, as I said already, game three of week nine. And this is a really important one for New York because they come into this one with a record of 3-4-1, a chance to get to 500, get 9 points in this miniature season, and therefore that will put them over the playoff line, I guess. And for Detroit, on the other hand, they come into this one. What's Detroit's record? 4-2 and 2. Yeah, 4-2 and 2, 10 points. Their playoff standing is probably secure. However, Detroit is going to have the difficulty in this game of having to play it without Frank Mahovlich and Gordie Howe. Mahovlich, just a minor injury. They're basically sitting him, the Red Wings are, for a game because it's close to playoffs. So they're kind of resting him up for playoffs. Gordie Howe, they are being eerily silent about Mr. Hockey. His status is uncertain. It could be well into the playoffs before they get Gordie Howe back. Let's just say. So for this one, New York, on the other hand, they, again, in addition to being able to take advantage of a relatively injury depleted Detroit Red Wings team, they have Rod Gilbert back. He's going to play on line two. I decided not to disrupt the chemistry of line one. They had a really good game in week eight against Toronto. Sorry, I mean, that's right. That checks out. In week eight against Toronto, they had a really good game. So I'm leaving the Tremblay, Rattel, Connolly line together. For the Red Wings, I slipped there. Duff and Russo are going to step up to line one with Alex Delvecchio. And a couple of familiar faces, former Detroit Red Wings, Lowell McDonald, taken away from Los Angeles in the redraft, and also Gary Jarrett was picked up on free agency by the Red Wings. He will step in. Detroit's extra forwards will be Pip Martin, also Detroit alumnus, and Bill Goldsworthy as well. He was just kind of still a bit wet behind the ears at 68, so Goldsworthy will be on in a secondary support role, probably only see a few minutes of ice time. And I guess one other thing before I get going with this, I just want to remind anyone who might check this out, hopefully you'll listen to it at the beginning and hear me say that this is by no means a strict tutorial. I may improvise, simplify, and otherwise forget at certain points. So it's, it is what it is. But anyway, I enjoy it no less. I was also going to talk about the starting goalies. Glenn Hall comes into this one with a 214 goals against average and a 935 save percentage. Both of those numbers are tops among goaltenders. So needless to say that Glenn Hall has won the starting position away from New York's Eddie Jackman and the veteran Hall, who was again acquired in that redraft for the Eternal Six. And Gump Worsley, he has 912 goals against average, 912 save percentage, 296 goals against average. So the numbers aren't quite as outstanding, but they are a little better than Roger Crozier's. So Gump Worsley will get the assignment and goal again for this one. Important games really for both of them. I mean, if you're Detroit, your playoff spot is probably secure at this point, but you don't want to lose home ice advantage in the first round. So I'm going to try some different dice, and if I don't like them, I might go back. We're going to get a 6-11 here for the first face-off of the game, and that'll be visitor right defenseman, veteran Leo Boivin here with the puck. So Rattel wins the puck back to Boivin. We get a 5-3. And so Boivin, he's just going to elect to dump it, and it's going to be the Red Wings getting possession. Coming away with it now is Bobby Russo here. 48 seconds in now. Russo here with a 3-6. And that's going to be a shot with a possible rebound for Russo. First shot of the game, 5-9. Not a great shot. I was supposed to take, I think that was a red 5. I'm going to say it was a red 5. I should just re-roll. So that's going to be a 2, actually. That's better for Detroit. That'll bounce back to center Delvecchio, but not before the Rangers have a chance to clear, which they do. So coming away with it, Leo Boivin there with the takeaway here. Minute 12 in now with a 6-12 for Boivin. And Boivin with a 6-12 again. The Red Wings mounting a lot of pressure. Boivin just elects to sail it into the Red Wings end, where they're going to collect it and come away with it. And that's going to be Arnie Brown with it here. Minute 36, Brown here with a 6-3. And I'm just not used to these dice. I think I have to grab the others actually. But a 6-3, that's going to be brown. Turning it over to, I made the mistake of picking up the red die again. Getting ahead of myself here, so I'm just going to drop the red again there. So 2, that's going to go to left defenseman Harry Howell. And, yeah. All right, so 2 minutes in now for Harry Howell, the 4-4. And 4-4 and a 4. So again, completely, both of these teams here very tentative. And nobody's taking any shots or anything like that. That will go to right defenseman. I should also qualify this by saying that I decided, got up a little late this morning and decided I would get this done before my wife returns. So I haven't had anything to eat yet. I've had a couple of sips of coffee here, and that's really about it. Just got up minutes ago. I've been up for minutes. So anyway, Brown does have the puck. We're 2 minutes in. Let's get a line change and try to play a little faster and more competently. So again, this is Detroit's makeshift line 2 here. Eddie Joyal, who normally would be between Dick Duff and Bobby Rousseau. He has Gary Jarrett and Lowell McDonald this time. Brown here, 224 here with a 1-5, and that is a 3. So again, turned over. That's going to be taken away, handed to Jim Nelson. Jim Nelson here now. We're almost 3 minutes in here with a 1-6, and that's going to be our game's first penalty, though. So Nelson lost the puck and evidently hooked somebody as they were coming away with it. He hooks Pete Gogan, and we have the odd 6. So it will be Nelson and only Nelson, not a misconduct. It's going to be Nelson headed to the box for a pair. So I think Harper will come in come in Nelson's place, and probably as well New York will want to make a quick change here and go to Kurtenbach. Maybe exclude Kurtenbach. Nah. I don't know. Kurtenbach is himself a bit of a penalty risk, but let's exclude Rush 4. Let's go with Paulford and Kurtenbach there, the veterans. And again, I will look to Harper's card when should the puck go to the right defenseman instead of Jim Nelson. Okay, so face off here, we get a 6-7. That is left defenseman visitors. So Kahan here killing a little time, where I should also make a note here. I'm setting these down. I'm not dropping them. I should make a note here that is roughly when the penalty expires. All right, so Kahan here with the puck. We have 3-7. That's a separate roll here at 3-12. That is intercepted, a shot on goal. It's going to be probably not Gogan, though. I think the first line is tired. But they would probably... Let's have Pip Martin take the shot, actually. So Martin out there getting a little ice time with a 4-8. Not going to be in range. So Glenn Hall here with a 2-9. And it's going to go away to left wing here. Bob Paulford here at 336. And Paulford here with a 2-5. And that's going to be actually shot shorthanded for Paulford. 3-4 not in his shorthanded range, which is decent. 1-9 there. Gump Worsley. So the shot bounces off... Worsley's pad, and it goes back to Bob Paulford here up to the 4-minute mark. Good kill for New York so far. 2-6 this time for Paulford. And Paulford looks like he's going to take a penalty. So terrible. Maybe somehow he fired it up and over the glass. Hard to imagine. But anyway, 6-10 there for Paulford. So an even 10. It's going to be just Paulford. No misconduct. And there was no delay on that either. So Paulford will be in the box here. Kurtenbach, I guess, will have the assignment here. Kurtenbach, Kahan, and Terry Harper. Actually, it's about time to change anyway. So what I shall do, I think maybe Gilles Tremblay then. Yeah, maybe Gilles Tremblay will be the lone forward here for 48 seconds. And we'll go back. Yes, Tremblay, Howe, and Howell, and Boyven is what we will do here. So anyway, 5-on-3 here. Now Detroit, I think they have time to get their top line out there now. Their new top line. Brent Hughes does have... Oh, wait, Hughes. Yeah, Hughes has to come off. Watson has a power play goal. We'll say Watson and Goldsworthy, get him out there, try to keep it simple. It's going to be a 4-8 here in the face-off. So right wing power play, that's Bobby Rousseau. Rousseau here, 424 with a 1-5. And is Rousseau okay is the pertinent question all of a sudden. Yes, he is. So, that was tilted. Another face-off here. It's going to be a 3-7, and that is left wing home. Dick Duff this time at 448. 5-3. I think it was about here. I think. Hopefully I'm not giving New York 24 more seconds shorthanded. Anyway, it's going to be a 2-8 here for Dick Duff, and right, because that wasn't the face-off. Yeah, 2-8 is Dick Duff okay? Holy smoke. Okay, Dick Duff is fine. Another face-off, though. 4-6 this time, and then we'll be back to 5-4. Right defenseman power play, so I'm going to roll in Goldsworthy's card here up to 5-12, but we are going to be back to 5-4. We'll say Rattel steps on there with Gilles Tremblay. So again, here, the aforementioned move to 5-12. It's 4-3 for Goldsworthy, 4-3, and guess what? Goldsworthy now with an infraction. Whoops, I have to drop all three. He's not almost hurt. So odd 4, it's Goldsworthy alone. And there you go. That's his first bit of ice time, I think, in the Eternal 6. And Goldsworthy has been penalized for it. So Goldsworthy's headed to the box for a pair. And there we go. So it's going to be, I guess, we can play 4 on. I like 5-5 when I don't have to. But then it's mid-shift, I'd have to switch to 4-on-4. I've got to decide which era I want to adhere to for stuff like that. I guess technically in this day and age, it would have been 4-on-4. So, if I'm not mistaken, a rule that was amended in the early 80s with the Oilers. Anyway, so with that said, what do we do here up to the 6-minute mark? Let's go, so Rattel, Tremblay, and for that matter, let's for this first part of it anyway, we'll exclude Duff and have face-off. It's going to be a 4-5. That is right defenseman visitor. So Leo Boivin again here at 5:36 and 1-6 for Boivin. Is that going to be a penalty? No. That's going to be a shot actually for Leo Boivin. 5-11, not blocked. Not a great shot though. So 2-5 and left wing here. Acting left wing Alex Delvecchio here at the 6-minute mark with a 4-7. And they don't have a pass bonus of 4. Delvecchio unable to get through there. And, yep. So that's to left defenseman here, Harry Howell. Sorry, still waking up. My goodness. Anyway, so Harry Howell here at the 6-minute mark, having no less fun. Up to 6:24, Howell with a 2-5. And then he's going to try to head off in a change. It's actually okay, so the Rangers now. Howell will head off. However, New York will be in the power play. Let's put the Gilbert out there for the power play. And here at 6:24 with the 2-5, Howell again, the P3, he will actually be able to complete this pass then. And will time elapse? Because it's some gray area here because 6 minutes. No, yeah, between the 6 and the 6 to 2. So they are on the power play now for another 48 seconds. So that will go to Phil Goyette. And Detroit will have changed as well by this point. We'll get their third line out there along with Brent Hughes and Pete Gogan. And they could go with Bart Crashley, but I don't think they will. And so Howell's going to pass and head off. We'll have Nelson, and I'm definitely looking at Bill Sutherland, who is the Ab McDonald of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So here to 6:48. Oh, wait, the first pass. Nope. So here still at 6:24 with a 3-4. That was what tripped me out momentarily. That's going to be an automatic shot for Phil Goyette, 4-4, not in range. We look here, 6-5. Left defenseman Pete Gogan here carrying it away at 6:48 with a 2-5. And play stoppage. Face-off 3-6 is center power play. Phil Goyette. Whoops, I have to... Who am I taking off here? Ted Irvin. So with a 1-4 for Goyette. Is Goyette okay? All right. The ice is rough here at the Olympia. Anyway... Goyette's going to be fine, but that is another play stoppage. Have I? I think we're back to 5-5 now. I think I lagged a roll there. 1-12. 1-12, that's going to be right wing here. Rod Gilbert. 7:36 here for Gilbert with a 4-8. And that's going to be a shot automatically for Gilbert. 6-7, not a great shot. And let's see here. Still getting his game hands and legs underneath him. So it's going to be a 4-3 for Worsley here. That goes up to the 8-minute mark now to Andre Boudreau with a 6-5. And Boudreau with the pass to oncoming center. Let's get Delvecchio back out there. And maybe Joyal. Pass to Joyal. We'll give them a shift. New York will go drop to their third line now. And here at 8:24, Joyelle with a 3-6. That is a shot with a possible rebound here. Joyelle, the initial shot, no good. Back to Joyelle. They will be able to clear, I believe, with the rating of 7. Oh, wait, 6. Yeah, no, that's fine. So that's going to go to right wing Leon Rushford here at 8:48 with a 5-5. Rushford here with a 5-5, and that's going to be a shot for Rushford. Rushford with a 2-10, not quite in his range. A decent shot, though. Good save for Goldsworthy. And Goldsworthy now 2-9. And that's controlled and handed up by the defense to left wing Gary Jarrett with a 1-5 exiting the zone, narrowly avoiding a penalty. Jarrett's first shot and first bit of action here in the Eternal 6 will be saved by Glenn Hall. And Hall, did I like that? And Hall with a 1-7. That is going to left wing Jarrett here, 9:36 with a 2-6. And that's going to be yet another shot there for Jarrett. 2-8. He's getting a little closer, but no cigar. 4-8 for Glenn Hall. And Hall will elect to freeze this time. We get a 6-7 on this face-off. Visitor left wing. So Bob Pulford here to the 10-minute mark with a 1-4. And Pulford here, I got to hurry up here with a 1-4 shot for Pulford. 3-10. No, that goes to Goldsworthy 6-8. That's frozen as well, which will give me time to change lines. Let's go back to Rattel, Tremblay, Connolly. And for that matter, Detroit will respond with the Del Vecchio line. We'll get the defense changed as well. And on the face-off with a 1-6, left wing home, Dick Duff, 10:24, 5-5. And another shot, Duff with a 1-6. And to Worsley, we look with a 1-6, and Worsley is made, or sorry, Hall rather. Hall, I got to remember Worsley did play with New York in the early 60s. Hall with the excellent save. And it's going to be a face-off here, 5-7. So right defenseman this time, Visitor. And collective groaning at the Olympia. Duff got really close. It's going to be a 5-6. And for Boyven 5, that'll be taken away. And left defenseman Joe Watson ultimately with it here at 11-12, 3-6. And another penalty. It's been one of my more heavily penalized games. That though I had a crazy one earlier in the season between Boston and Chicago. But other than that, this league, it's kind of an elite league. It's kind of all-starish hockey. They don't take too many penalties, but Joe Watson here in Detroit aimed at proving me wrong here. That's going to be an even 8, so it's going to be Watson, and only Watson is headed to the box here for a pair at 11-12. And, okay, so power play and penalty kill. I'm going to leave on who I have on here for New York. I'll look at Sutherland instead of Howell, actually, because Boyven has 4 power play goals. And for Detroit, for the kill, probably drop back to their third line and take away Ted Irvin. Okay, so we get a 2-6 here on the face-off. That is right wing at home. So Jean-Paul Parise here at 11:36 with a 6-5. And 6-5, that's going to be turned over to center. Jean Rattel here at 12 minutes. Rattel here with a 2-6. Rattel here with a 2-6. No time elapsed. He's going to pass it back to Leo Boyven. Leo Boyven here now with 3-6 and play stoppage. Okay. So let's see here. It's going to be a 3-10 on the face-off. That is left wing. Yes, Michel Tremblay here with it at 12:24 with a 6-11 for Tremblay. And unable to penetrate the defense. And actually, they have to head off the ice. So unable to penetrate the defense. I don't think, either defense, it wouldn't have mattered there. So look at the red here, the 2. That's going to go to right wing here. Jean-Paul Parise, they were fresh, I think, mid-shift. So... as were they not? Anyway, maybe a few more seconds. We'll let Gilbert have some power play time, though. So we get a 2-7 here for Parise, and no, that's going to be turned over as well. 2 left wing, Camille Henry here. I think we're at 12:48, courtesy of Parise's roll. I think we're 13-12 now here with a 4-7 for Camille Henry. Shot with a possible rebound on the power play. Great power play range. This one, however, slightly out of it. We re-roll the 6. It's another 6. It goes back to Goyette. Detroit scrambling to clear here with a 4-7. They have a 7, not knocked down to a 6-7 on a 4-7. 4-7-5. That's a rebound shot for Goyette, but 5-9. Not a great shot. So Worsley all over that here with a 6-6. Although the puck ultimately will trickle back to left defenseman Harry Howell, who will take to the ice now. We are back to 5-on-5. And after that sequence, so Howell here at 13:36, 3-8 for Howell. And that's going to be turned over to left defenseman there, Pete Gogan, 14 minutes, 6-6 and 2. So again, that's punted as well, similarly to Leo Boivin, who has to head off the ice. But here at 14:24, I think Detroit's second line will step on now. And for New York, I know they only did part of a shift, but let's go to their third line actually here. So Boivin at 14:24 with the 1-2. And that's a play stoppage anyway, so he knows he needs to head off the ice. Maybe he held it against the board. So it's going to be 4-7 here in the face-off. That is Gary Jarrett here with the puck, 14:48 with a 5-3. And another penalty. Congratulations, Detroit, doing everything you can to lose. Why am I only dropping the 1? So not delayed here, 6-7. That's going to be almost a 1-2. That's going to be Jarrett and only Jarrett, and no misconduct, but Detroit back to the kill. So let's go back to this line here. I think it's been close enough to 3 sequences, if not. So Detroit's penalty kill getting a lot of work here. And similarly, New York, I think they can freshly put this line back out there. And we'll have Jim Nelson. Actually, no, Larry Cahan, 5 power play goals. And maybe Vic Hadfield instead of Sutherland, though I don't think Sutherland has yet recorded a touch. So Detroit in the box yet again. Face off here, we have a 2-7. That is left defenseman here, home. Gogan, 15-12, 4-4. And play stoppage. Another, okay, so 5 and 7. That is visitor right defenseman. I did say Vic Hadfield, actually, for this one. 15:36, Hadfield, 6-2. Shot automatically, not a bad choice. 3-4, little out of his power play range. 3-6 for Worsley. Rebound given up back to Larry Cahan. They can't clear. Cahan with the follow-up and fire. That is not in range either. So Worsley here, 3-6, and that'll be held, actually. And we have a 1-8 here on that face-off left defenseman power play. That is Larry Cahan, 4-11. And he's going to turn it over. Okay, so that is, 2 left wing there. Boudreau coming away with it. Some applause at the Olympia. 3-7 here for Boudreau. And the pass bonus, which they don't have. So actually that would be turned over automatically anyway. So 16:48 here for Tremblay. Tail end here of New York's 5-on-4. Tremblay with a 6-8 and 6-8. He's not home. So to right defenseman Brent Hughes, who probably has to change, will go to New York's second line. Will change their defense, and for that matter, we'll just. I feel like they had a shortened shift, but maybe I'll put on. We'll give Gary Jarrett one more chance. Brent Hughes here to 17-12 with a 1-5. And not a penalty, so he's just going to punt it, though. That goes to Camille Henry. So cleared, Henry collects it, and 4-11 here for Camille Henry, which is also unable to penetrate the defense. So the 2 to right wing here, Lowell McDonald, 17:36. Some mutual suck abound. It's going to be passed to left wing here, Gary Jarrett, 18 minutes, 6-4. And Jarrett with a shot, 4-6, not in range. To Glenn Hall, we look 5-7. And face off. Whoops, almost grabbed the wrong marker there. So 2 minutes to go. I think for Detroit, that means that you go back to Delvecchio, Duff, and Rousseau. And for New York as well, I think you want to go best on best here for the final couple of minutes. Yeah, I'm just going to leave on the defense I have on. I know they'll have done like 2.5 minutes by the end of it. But anyway, so it's going to be here 6-9. I make that exception occasionally, as they would have in the day as well. Delvecchio here at 18:24 here with a 4-6. And Delvecchio with a shot because he's home, 4-5. Not a great one, whiffed on it a bit. We go to 1-11 here for Glenn Hall. And left defenseman there, Detroit, holding the zone here with a 5-5. And that's going to be another shot because he's at home. Joe Watson here, Detroit at the Olympia. And Glenn Hall here with a 4-8 is going to freeze the puck this time. A little too much pressure mounting for the veteran. So it's going to be 2-6. And Bobby Rousseau here, final minute of play of the first period with a 1-7 Rousseau. That's going to be a pass. New York defense isn't their strength. Delvecchio, 19:36, 2-12. And that will be taken away now that I've said that by said defense here. Leo Boivin with a 6-3. And that's all she wrote here. That'll be turned over, but they will be out of time. So, bit of a lackluster opening period, if I can say so myself. A lot of penalties, 5-4. New York might lament the fact that again they're vying for a playoff spot here to get into playoff contention, and with a lot of time with